Welcome to Portugal. I'm here on vacation with my family and my entire in-law family. And today I've been given the opportunity to go to Lisbon for one day to do some street photography, which I'm very excited about. Right now we're heading towards the southern outskirts of Lisbon, where I'm planning on parking this rental car and finding a train into the center of the city. Turns out it was fairly easy. If you are used to moving around some of the larger cities in the world, you'll hardly find a problem moving around in Lisbon. We're at the center of the city now and just found a quiet spot where I can talk you through my thoughts for the day. Many years ago, I stumbled on a book at a market of some sort, and it was a very cheap book, perhaps €5, and it looked interesting, so I bought it. The book is by a Danish photographer named Clement, and the title of the book in Danish is Af en bys breve, or in English, From a city's letters, or Of a city's letters. Even though I didn't do much photography back then, I found the book very fascinating. It's black and white photos from Lisbon taken many years ago, way before YouTubers came here to do videos, just like me. But ever since, I've always wanted to visit Lisbon with a camera. Attempting at replicating his photos with one day of photography in Lisbon would be arrogant to even try. But I'm still hoping I can have a nice day here in Lisbon. I've been here a couple of times before, stopping with a sailboat passing from Northern Europe to Southern Europe. So I visited the city before, but not for photography. My plan is simply just to stroll around the city and not spend time on the major tourist sites, but just enjoy the atmosphere on the street. And we'll see how it turns out. But let's get going. I only brought my Leica Q2 Monochrome for photography. I don't know if it was my old Clement book that led me to purchase a monochrome camera in the first place. But I am very fond of that camera, and it just seemed like the obvious choice for the capital of Portugal. Excuse me, may I take a photo of you sitting there? Thank you. I started off in the western end of the Alfama district. It's a beautiful area with a lot of historic sites and the famous tram 28 going through. It's also an area with a lot of tourists, but it means that there are a lot of activities and many things to photograph. I had started my day early, so I decided to have lunch pretty early. But it was a bit of a tourist trap. The lasagna was fairly small and pretty dull, but at least it was expensive. One of the benefits of a smaller lunch is at least that it's easier to move around. And afterwards I decided to explore some of the lesser crowded places of the city. I walked around to the north side of the hill with the St. George Castle, and I got some beautiful views of the city and of an area I would get to know a little bit better later that day. The topography of Lisbon is fascinating, and you can find many examples. One of them is these two buildings here. They are 5 stories tall, but to the left of them you can see a cafe at the same level as the top stories. There are stairs everywhere in the city, but luckily also a lot of benches, which I also did take advantage of. It might be the thing I excel the most at, actually. Sitting, that is. After getting a sore rear from sitting, I continued towards the eastern part of the Alfama district. And that is a fascinating area. It's a labyrinth of out-of-sight staircases and narrow alleyways and hidden backyards. You could definitely spend days here with your camera, discovering hidden gems and interesting motifs, and it's an area of Lisbon I would recommend. The textures of the cobblestones and the buildings and the contrasts of both the bright and dark areas, but also the contrast between the public, touristic and private areas is captivating. As I walked through the neighborhood and enjoyed the atmosphere, I stumbled upon the workshop of a young Brazilian artist.
Wow. I put the water first and then I went dropping. Oh, okay. So the drop came different and
Where did you go?
This is Brazil, Bahia. I'm from Brazil actually.
Okay, I've been.
I bought one of the artworks and I promised Andre a photo of it from our living room, but I'll go and have it framed by a professional next week. It was my intention to go back to my family the same evening, but I had booked a 3-hour guided tour with a local guide from 6 p.m. and I was already tired, so I decided to find a cheap hotel for the night. This is my hotel for the night, right in the center of the city. Hopefully it won't be too noisy, but it's Wednesday, so maybe not a big party night. In half an hour, I'm meeting up with Igor, and I'm really looking forward to his guided tour of the city. I'm just gonna repack my bag, leave some stuff here, and we'll head back out into the beautiful city of Lisbon.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Looks like you. Nice to meet you too.
So first time here in Lisbon?
Igor is an experienced local guide, and he started off by showing me the districts of Barrio Alto, Chiado and Pica. Beautiful areas known for their bohemian charm, vibrant nightlife, amazing pavement cafes and fantastic viewpoints from where you can enjoy the sunset. After visiting those areas, we went across the lower central part of the city and into Muraria and Alfama. I had already visited Alfama earlier, but Muraria turned out to be yet another recommendable gem. It's the area I saw from the hill by the St. George Castle.
But let's take the elevator here and we go very close to the castle.
If you have limited time like me, I would definitely recommend hiring a local guide like Igor. We ended up our tour by the Plaza of Commerce, very central, and even though I was very tired by now, I still had the final thing on my Iberian bucket list, nighttime street photography of the trams of Lisbon. It was much more calm in the Alfama district by now, and it all looked freaking awesome at night. I could imagine it looking even awesomer at night during rain. The tram doesn't seem to run as often during the evening, so I needed a bit more patience, but I finally ended up with what is probably my favorite image from my visit. It's a very dark image, but I like the way the buildings and cobblestones look and how the cabin is lit up. By now I was really exhausted and looking forward to getting to bed. Turns out Wednesday is a big party night in Lisbon, but the noise did end at 4 in the morning, and luckily the garbage trucks didn't start until 5. It is early morning now here in the lovely city of Lisbon. In a few moments I'll be doing a live stream back to the school I work on in Denmark. 600 children and their teachers will get a short introduction to the city of Lisbon. After that I'm going back to my family in Portimao. It ought to be a crime photographing only one day in Lisbon, because there's simply just so much to do, so much to see. I might get in trouble with the Portuguese police for leaving already, but I'll be in even more trouble with my wife if I'm not back in Portimao within a few hours. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. If not for me, then at least for Igor. He was hoping to become famous in Denmark after participating in this video. I couldn't find it in my heart to tell him that probably 80% of my viewers, they're not Danish. As usual, I've saved a few of my top picks till the very end, so do stick around just a few moments more. And I hope you enjoyed this trip to Lisbon. See you around.
I guess this town's still a big part